tough reality hit the Panthers right at the start of the season. Despite having clear chances to shine, they faltered when it mattered most, ultimately falling 26-10 to the Jaguars in their opener. The Panthers had built some hopeful momentum offensively late last season, and many fans were eager to see that progress continue. But here's where it gets controversial. They stumbled because of their own blunders on offense. A factor that many might say was utterly avoidable. In the first half, quarterback Bryce Young struggled with costly mistakes, throwing an interception and fumbling the ball. These turnovers handed the Jaguars a critical 10 points, setting the tone early. Then, shortly after halftime, what looked like a promising drive quickly crumbled in the red zone. Faced with a 4th and 1, Young's pass sailed out of bounds with no receiver nearby, a move that visibly frustrated him, so much so that he slammed his helmet down on the bench. But frustration wasn't limited to Young this day. It seemed to permeate the entire team. They dropped passes that should have been caught, committed penalties that wiped out potential first downs, including an ineligible man downfield against center Austin Corbett, and struggled with poor snaps that reached Young before he was ready. Adding to the drama, a fourth-quarter interception return for a touchdown was nullified due to a Jaguars penalty, only for Young to throw a second interception shortly after, allowing Jacksonville to run out the clock comfortably. Defensively, the Panthers also showed cracks. There were missed tackles and moments where communication between players broke down, allowing the Jaguars to capitalize. The Panthers' scoring woes were evident for most of the game. Rookie kicker Ryan Fitzgerald was responsible for the team's only points for a long stretch, drilling a 48-yard field goal. It wasn't until the final 5 minutes that Young connected with running back Chuba Hubbard for a touchdown pass. Too little, too late to swing momentum back. These events culminated in a loss that raises tough questions just 1 week into the new season, especially after an unusually long weather delay in the first half that lasted more than 75 minutes. And yet the delay did not seem to alter the Panthers' fortunes. Before the weather interruption, the Panthers were already trailing 10-3. After play resumed, the Jaguars struck quickly. Etienne broke free on a stunning 71-yard run, exploiting a missed tackle from safety Nick, which led to a Jaguars touchdown 3 plays later, pushing the lead to 17-3. Following a fumble by Young on a questionable slide attempt, the Jaguars managed a quick field goal before halftime, extending their advantage to 20-3. Another storyline worth noting, the debut of new defensive tackle Tershawn Wharton, who was among the Panthers' key off-season signings aimed at shoring up their defense. Unfortunately, his start was marred by misfortune. After leading the game briefly for a concussion evaluation, which he ultimately passed, he was sidelined for good in the first half due to a hamstring injury, robbing the Panthers of a fresh defensive presence early on. So, what does this season opener mean for the Panthers moving forward? Is this a wake-up call to tighten execution under pressure, or a sign that the team's off-season changes aren't enough yet? Some will argue it's just one game and everything can be fixed. Others might contend that these mistakes reflect deeper issues in preparation and resilience. What do you think? Can the Panthers overcome the self-inflicted setbacks that cost them in this opener? Or is this the start of a troubling trend? Share your thoughts and start the discussion.